Together we are but first coffee. Susie's just our host, but what matters most is we are a team. Together we are all safe here, and so are you. Among friends and mods we are safe. We talk about trauma, break down drama of life, death, happy or sad, even mad. We discuss it all here. Together we will thrive, not just survive. We will dry each other's tears, celebrate big or small wins, and chase away the fears. Together we fight cults or fight addictions. If not with experience, with love, and we don't judge. Please understand, this is a safe place to land. Please understand, you're not alone. This is a safe place to land. Together we thrive, not just survive. We will dry each other's tears, celebrate big or small wins, and chase away the fears. Because we are but first coffee, and Susie welcomes us all here. Together we are but first coffee, and Susie.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Doesn't seem like it was very long ago. We were just here. So, hey, John, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Just got off work a little while ago. I'm relaxing.
Yeah, well, that's
Mhm.
good. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
Christmas shopping online all day, but got to get it done. And I hate going to stores. I can't handle the crowds. They just, I don't know.
Can't
It's
do it anymore.
mentally exhausting to me. I
Mhm.
love the Christmas lights and the decorations and all that. And so sometimes I'll go and go like shopping, like at the mall where I can look at all the decorations, but after I get finished shopping, so that
Mhm.
I don't have the added stress of actually trying to shop along with the crowds.
Right. For
So
me,
I'm
it's the parking lots and the
yeah.
lines and the ugh.
Ugh. So this way I just kind of get to enjoy the part that I like and not the part that I don't, or take away
Right.
part of it anyway. So how's everybody doing? It's so good to see you. I'm going to go ahead and check in with the chat and then we're going to get started.
Lots of
So,
people joining in tonight.
yeah, looks like several people are coming in already.
Mhm.
So, healing through song is here right there on the
In the house.
Julia O'Connell is here and I said her name right that time.
Mhm.
I almost didn't, but I did. And the thing is, I hate when I say her name wrong cuz I know it. I
Mhm.
absolutely know it. And whenever I would be talking to like Mark or somebody and I'm not on a live stream, I say
Mhm.
O'Connell. But every time I get on here, I say O'Connor. I know it's O'Connell. I don't know why I do that. So, Incarnasol, so good to see you. Absolutely.
Richard.
I'm gonna get back with you in a few days. We're still needing to book that another show, so I will be getting in touch with you too. Marilee is here. Good to see you. Hey Ben, good to see you. Absolutely. Marilee says my oldest granddaughter wants us to get a menorah. My grandfather was Jewish, and she thinks that we should honor that part of our heritage. I haven't found one I like yet though. I just got a really simple
Mhm.
one this year, and I figured that if I could make it through this first year and remember to do it every night like I'm supposed to do and everything, but then,
Mhm.
maybe I could go for a prettier one. So this one's, I mean, it's pretty, but not that that's what matters, but I mean, it's pretty. But I thought once I get through this first year and know that, yeah, this is something that I want to continue, then I don't know, I'll get another one, maybe. I don't know. I like this
Yeah,
one too.
I think it's a wonderful tradition, and I'm hoping that we
Oh.
learn more about it with our friend Jan tonight so that we
Mhm.
can actually honor it, in the way that it
Absolutely.
should be instead of just lighting
Abs
candles.
Yeah, I've really been
Mm.
trying to, like, I don't know. Mark said, "Are we gonna eat fried food every night?" And I'm like, "No," but I mean, I'm more he's more interested in the food part, and
Mhm.
I'm more interested in the meaning behind everything and
Yeah.
just everything and why the fried foods and what is kosher and all these things that I just don't know. And I was gonna
Mhm.
look that stuff up and I thought, I got a friend that knows.
Right.
So anyway,
So this is going to be a conversation with our dear friend, and we're all gonna learn together.
absolutely. Let's see here. Why is okay. Hey, good to see you. Happy Toots Day and Merry Christmas and holiday season to all. Absolutely. You too. So, oh, I'm not good at this, getting them off of there. Like, I click the wrong thing all the time.
Oops. All right.
Okay. Back on track again. Okay. Incarnasoul says bacon is better when horizontal.
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand that, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know. My first thought, I went to Ben,
Yeah,
Ben Bacon Strips, as we're now
right.
calling him. I think he should very much change his name. I
We
mean,
should.
he's not just little bits; he's actual
These
strips.
whole
And
strips
earlier
now.
in the mod chat, he was talking about stripper names. So I'm wondering if he's taken the strips just a little too
So
serious,
literally.
a little too literal.
One never
Absolutely.
knows with Ben.
I know. I know. He is hilarious. He keeps us all laughing, that's for sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's see what else we got. Oops. Oh, my thing just went completely crazy. Gary Mackey is here. It is always good to see you too, sir.
Hi, Gary.
And
Ian Wallace is here.
yeah, Ian Wallace. Yeah. Hard to stay up for this live, though it is important to show the Jewish community love. Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
This one is a little later. So, oh,
Mhm.
good grief. Ben, he's gonna be here polishing his halo. If y'all believe that.
I hope he's got lots of Brasso tonight.
Yeah. If he's got that, if you believe that he is polishing his halo, I have a bridge in the Sahara Desert with y'all's name on it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Lakeys. Yeah, lakes. Yeah. Kosher means clean. It doesn't come from the dirty parts of the animal. Thank you,
Well,
Julia.
I think that's part of
That's
it,
what it
but there's
meant.
more to it
Part
than
of
that.
it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the Jewish people don't eat pork. A lot of people don't eat pork. I have a
Mhm.
cousin who I was like, "Thanks a lot. I just had breakfast with some sausage and bacon." And she sent me this whole thing about why we shouldn't be eating pork, and it had nothing to do with any kind of a religious thing. It was just not pleasant. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I was just like, "Oh boy." Yeah, hi, Gary on the vertical side. Yeah, I wondered. I think it actually
Well,
shows
I
me, but I
think
forget to look.
I think lots of religions have some kind of doctrine about that.
Yeah.
I believe it is now you're putting me on the spot, but I believe it's Leviticus,
Mhm.
in the Bible that talks about touching the skin of a pig makes one unclean or
Yeah,
something to that effect. So I think
yeah.
there's something in almost all doctrines regarding especially pork.
The
So
one that my and I'm not gonna go into all of it, but the one that my cousin sent me, it was talking about how pigs I'm just quoting what she sent me, so no, don't be shooting the messenger, y'all. But she was saying that pigs are actually more intelligent than dogs, and that we don't want to eat dogs, but people eat pigs. But she
Yeah.
was also saying that they are like basically riddled with parasites and stuff, and which is a lot of why we're supposed to cook it through. But I don't know, kind of is making me think that maybe I'll eat some turkey bacon or something from now on.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Uh, yeah. Oh boy. So many comments that come to mind about touching pigs. I will refrain.
Thank you,
But
Ben,
it
in
is
advance.
certainly
Thank
better
you.
to keep it in. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, I'm gonna bring Jan on, and please, if you have any Jewish related questions, then please do, you know, put them in the comments, and we're going to try to get those starred and kind of answer them as we go along. I don't really have a whole plan for tonight because everything that I started to, write down that I wanted to know and kind of go look for it, I thought I'm going to have Jan on. I'll just have her answer stuff. And it
Yeah,
was stuff that I just thought of randomly. So,
we're
yeah.
just having a conversation with a friend. So
Yeah, I want to get this one
yeah.
real quick before I go on. Gary says later is good, working again as usual. Have you guys on in the background. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I think I'm going to start going at like 7 Central. It seems to be a fairly good time for a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also kind of flipping back and forth, trying this month anyway, trying to fit in. Some days I have 2 shows. So sometimes we do the Vlogmas earlier.
Vlogmas.
Sometimes we do the Vlogmas later. It's
Yeah.
just a mess. But anyway, that's what we're doing. But I'm going to bring Jan out. Are you ready? I don't want to flip you on here until you're like,
Ready. She looks ready.
yeah,
I'm
she
ready.
looks ready. You're ready.
Hello, friend Jan.
Hello.
Okay. So, first question.
Oh, I hope they're easy because I don't
Yeah,
remember a whole lot
yeah,
from Hebrew
yeah.
school.
Well, don't
So-
think of it as a game show. There are no
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
there's no
prizes.
shame in saying I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because if people ask me, questions randomly about, the religion that I've grown up with, I'd be like, no. I mean, I don't think just because you're a certain religion that you know every single thing.
Mm-mm.
Right.
But anyway, but explain kosher.
Kosher meat is, first of all, comes from an animal that does not have a cleft hoof.
Uh-huh.
Like, see, pigs' hooves are
Yeah.
split,
Mhm.
cows are not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And still, it's, even with a cow, there are certain cuts of meat that aren't
Uh-huh.
kosher.
Yeah.
I rely on the butcher.
Yeah.
So I know
Right.
which ones are which,
Right.
or just what I grew up eating.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shellfish is not kosher, but fish is.
Really?
Yeah. So like lobster, shrimp, scallops, not kosher.
Well,
But
a lot of those are kind of like almost scavenger type. A lot of
exactly,
the shellfish is like
exactly,
that-
like but not
scavenger
clean.
type. Yeah,
Right.
so it would not
Right.
be clean. I get that. I get that.
Right,
I
right.
also love
Any kind of a
seafood, but-
scaled fish like flounder,
Yeah.
catfish, red
Oh,
red snapper, any
Yeah,
fish like that, totally kosher.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's
Okay.
interesting. That is interesting. I hadn't really even thought about that, but then when you said the shellfish, I thought, well, they are kind of scavengers. They're
That's
Wow.
exactly why.
Yeah.
at the bottom.
And then Jan, is it also true that kosher products have to be blessed by a rabbi?
Yes.
Okay. So they're not considered kosher until they've been blessed.
Right. And they have to be processed on completely different sets of whatever machinery is processing the food.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
can't have kosher and non-kosher food processed on the same.
Well, that makes sense.
So no cross contamination, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And so it's not just meat, though, right? There's other foods that are kosher, or is it just meat?
No, it's other food.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's other
Okay.
food. Yeah.
I thought it was, but I was like, well, maybe I read that wrong somewhere because it's been
Nope.
honestly years since I read that.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's really interesting. It really is. I saw that Ian says he has so many questions. Please
Make them easy,
ask
Ian.
him. Yeah.
He wants
Is
to know, is
unleavened-
unleavened bread the same as bread without yeast? And what's the importance of it?
Yeah, that's interesting too.
Yes, for the first part.
So it
That's how
is-
you get matzah. You just leave the yeast out of it. The importance of it is when in the history books, when you read about ancient times, when Moses had freed the slaves, all the Jewish slaves,
Mhm.
they didn't have time. They had to quickly pack up their stuff and run because the king said, you know, like you've got 5 minutes type of thing
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
get
Kinda
out of
like
here,
it.
yeah, or you're not leaving.
Yeah.
And so they didn't have time to let the bread rise, so they would have provisions while trekking through the desert. So they just had to take everything out of the oven, take it the way it was, and run.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's where you get the matzah from.
Wow.
Now, Incarnasol has an interesting one, and I was actually curious about this too because you had made a comment a few nights ago about it's kind of a Jewish tradition to have Chinese food on Christmas.
Yeah, that's a joke.
And oh, well,
That's a
but
joke.
I
That's
actually
not really part of the religion.
well, I know it's
No,
not
but
part
like-
of the religion, but I actually have Jewish friends, and they do it. They do the same thing.
Oh, we do
And
too.
yeah, and my first natural instinct was, well, Chinese people use MSG in their food, so how would that work? Because it wouldn't be kosher.
No.
But Incarnasol says he used to live in the Elmora section of Elizabeth, New Jersey, and his
Oh,
local
wow.
Chinese food place was kosher.
Oh, so some
And
There are.
that's really cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
my
Yeah,
hometown, I
imagine.
think, I don't know if it's still there, but they had one that was kosher.
Huh.
And
probably in areas that have a high concentration of Jewish people. I can
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I live in I told you guys before, I live in an area of Detroit that has a very thick Hasidic Jewish population.
oh,
And even like when I go to my local Dunkin' Donuts to get my morning coffee, they have like breakfast sandwiches and stuff like that. But everything is kosher. So they use like turkey meat. There's turkey sausage and turkey bacon. So
Mhm.
everything on their menu is kosher. I
Wow.
thought that was kind of cool.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I thought
is.
was neat.
That's impressive. Now, I remember when I was still living in my hometown, my parents and I tried the kosher Chinese food.
Mhm.
We did it once. We never went back. It's not good. At least the place that we went to, not good.
Yeah. So do you yourself eat only kosher or do you
I don't anymore because kosher food is much more expensive,
yeah.
Yeah.
and I can't afford it.
Yeah. I
Although
went to
I find it better quality,
mhm.
because I don't know if it's just because that's what I was used to growing up, or
Probably.
I'm
But
a
it
lousy
probably
cook,
is.
which I am. But I just can't afford I would prefer it, but I can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a store like a block from my house. And when I first moved in here, I thought it was just it's called Grove, I think, or something like that. And it just looked like a local grocery store. So I walked in there and I didn't realize it was a kosher store.
Ah,
And so there was lots of matzah and, lots of matzah, lots of traditional Jewish food. I felt lost though, because I didn't know. And when I was looking at meats in the butcher section, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe how expensive everything
Yeah.
was. It was really pricey. So yeah.
Wow.
But I can imagine, with all the extra processing and
Yeah.
separation and stuff that has to go on,
right.
I can see why it would cost more. Yep.
Next question.
Ben is like,
Ben's on a roll tonight. He says, Wow, Jersey Jan is nice. I expected sirens in the background.
Ah,
I'm hiding. I'm incognito.
Okay. All right. Here's another one from Ian. He says, "Thank you for answering. One more. In the UK, it's tradition to have fish and chips on a Friday. I've been told it's from the Bible, not eating meat Fridays." Well, I can tell you that it's a Catholic tradition
yeah, it's
during
very
Lent.
Catholic.
Yeah.
During Lent. As a matter of fact, a lot of the parishes will sponsor fish fries on Friday nights during Lent to make sure that everybody is
Where I
abstaining
went to
from eating meat.
school in California, it was a high concentration of Catholics, and the school literally had fish on every Friday,
Mhm.
every single Friday. So I always thought that they had to do it, that the Catholics ate fish every Friday. We always had fish and macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, Susie. I've been Catholic for, pretty much my
Mhm,
entire life.
mhm.
And even when it's not Lent, I crave fish on Fridays. I don't
Isn't
know
that
why, but I
something?
always have fish and chips on Fridays.
I I'm not even Catholic, and it was such a thing
Well,
growing up, my formative years, that it seems like the natural thing for me to do to have fish of some sort, on
yeah,
Fridays. And I
yeah,
mean, it's been years since I've even been there. And again, I'm not
mhm,
Catholic,
right.
but yeah, it just, I guess because it was during my formative years, I mean, from elementary through high school, through
Yeah.
most of high school.
Yeah,
And
I
so
think that's
yeah.
what it is with me as well. Luckily, I like it. I mean, I feel sorry for people who don't like
Mhm.
fish and have to.
That's what the mac and
Uh,
cheese comes in.
that's right.
And what's
Uh,
funny is that we also did that fish on Fridays, but it wasn't a
oh
religious
wow.
thing. I always thought it was a religious thing growing up.
Yeah.
And my mother told me one time that I think it was where she grew up and where they were living when they first got married. There was a good concentration of non-Jewish people,
Mhm.
Hmm.
whatever their religion. So
Yeah.
the markets would discount the fish on Fridays
Oh,
to help people out
yeah.
because they
Yeah.
knew that everybody that wasn't Jewish was going to buy the fish. So my mother took advantage of the sale and she also bought fish on Friday. So that just continued. Even I always thought that was a Jewish thing growing up. So my
Right.
mother told me one day.
Yeah. And Carnosol says, no, that's a Catholic thing. It was every
Yeah.
Friday when I was young. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Same here.
and
And
yeah,
the mac and cheese. What is
you're
that?
right.
I don't know.
The story we leave too says, I grew up in California also. And yes, Fish Friday in school.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Gary Mackey says, when I lived in Haifa,
Oh,
wow, some of my most favorite memories are of the restaurants. Some of the street foods were the best. Wow, you lived in Haifa? Cool.
that's
Wow.
That's very cool.
that
And
is
then,
very
of course, we got Ben. Behold, fish tacos are an abomination. First Opinions 11-3. Ben, I don't know where you been this evening, but
Yeah.
what he's been
Like
drinking.
earlier when he said, he misspelled it, but he was trying to, I guess, spell
Mhm.
driving, but it looked like he was going to put drinking.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to wonder. I'm
I
beginning
think,
to wonder.
yeah, I think
I
we're
was
on
like,
to
oh my God,
something
he's
here.
not drinking and driving.
No, not at the same time, but I think that, he was, maybe a
Marilyn,
little
maybe. Marilee
inebriated.
says, living in Vancouver, we have some amazing fish and chips places. You know what, sis? I really am going to have to make that trip.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was watching a YouTube show today. It was a travel channel. This is totally off topic, but, and the gentleman was taking, I forget what the train is called. Maybe B or one of our other Canadian friends can tell me. But there's a train that goes from Toronto to Vancouver. It's like a 4-day trip. And it's like a, super luxury. I don't know
Mhm.
if it's called the Canada Express or something like that, but man, that looks like a lot of fun. I think I might have to do that at
Ooh,
some
that
point.
sounds fun.
Yeah. Mark and I
Yeah.
want to take a train across the country or across Canada or somewhere. A lot of
Mhm.
trains, actually. He is
That sounds fun.
crazy.
Oh, well, if you're buying, Mare, then I'm there.
Fish is
Yeah,
actually probably my favorite, like, meat to eat is fish.
Mhm.
I do like seafood also, but I do just like fish. And I like it
Yeah.
fried, broiled, whatever they want it grilled. I don't care. I like it.
Mhm.
Now, isn't calling it fish and chips an English thing? Isn't that
Yes.
European?
It's a British thing,
It's
yeah.
a British thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause it would just be Mark always acts like that I don't know chips are French fries. And I'm like, oh, I know. I've not been to England or all the other places that he's been, but he always acts like that, like I don't know the most random things. I'm like, you don't have to go to England to know.
Right. Well, you're just a silly girl from the sticks, you know.
I know. I know much more about like enchiladas.
Mhm.
So would you, I mean, like, what about Mexican food? Would any of that be kosher?
No,
Yeah.
Mm.
no, because the meat would have to be kosher, and you can't mix the meat and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Forgotten
another
about
big
that.
dietary
can't-
restriction.
can't mix your meat
Wow.
and your
Oh,
Meat
dairy.
and
Oh.
any kind of dairy.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
So you could have like an all cheese
That I
one,
didn't know.
Yeah.
or or like Ben said, fish tacos. I have that on the menu.
I love Baja fish tacos. Oh my
I
God,
do
they're so good.
too. I love fish tacos. Yeah,
Yes,
fish
they-
is absolutely, Julia, more healthy. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Very good.
Gary says, "Why does McDonald's have fish sandwiches?" A franchise in Cincinnati was
Losing big money due to
was
Catholic.
losing big money due to large Catholic population. Had come up with an alternative. Wow,
Oh,
I did
well,
not
there's
know
some-
that.
Me either.
Hmm.
Cool.
Wow, that is cool.
And Carnosol says he has a friend who took the train from the return trip from Vancouver to Toronto. I really want to do it, Richard. I really do, but I think I have to find out how much it costs. I hear it's really expensive.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But you travel through 5 different provinces, including the
yeah.
Rocky Mountains. And oh my God, I just can't
Oh,
imagine
wow.
how beautiful that would be.
Mark's asking questions over here about trains. Yeah, again. Yeah.
All right, Ben. What are we going to do with him?
Oh. What? Mark said that damn bougie go home. He came in yesterday when Sister Mary Bougie was bouncing around the house, and he was like, "What?"
Well, what house did I walk into?
That sounds like kind of like being a mod and a troll at the same time.
I know.
You got to pick one, Ben.
Yeah.
I think he might be more fun as a troll.
I was going to
Mhm.
say, I'm afraid to know which one he'd pick.
Oh, Marilee
he's
says
a
he's got a
trod.
new title. He's a trod.
I'm gonna have him a shirt made. I'll have a with the merch that I've been trying to make. I'm trying to figure out how to get it because I'm not doing the one that everybody else does. I'm doing a different company, but I know that they will do it on Facebook because I have a friend that has that. But anyway, so I'm gonna make Ben one that instead of like Mod Squad, it's gonna be Trod Squad.
Yeah.
Squad of one.
And while you're at it, I really want that Amazon shirt. I love that so much. You and I are
Yeah.
Amazon addicts, and that
I
is so
know.
fitting.
It's dangerous.
It is.
Oh goodness.
That and Temu.
So okay, I want to know. I want to know a little bit or a lot about Hanukkah. So, what can you tell us? I want to know like some of the meanings behind all of it. Like what do you do during Hanukkah? What do those things represent? And just kind of an overview.
It's not a whole big, huge celebration like Christmas is, but
No.
historically, it was when people known as the Maccabees were fighting the Syrians
Mhm.
and the Greeks, and they were fighting over control of this temple in Jerusalem. And so they won, they took possession of it, and they were trying to protect it.
Yeah.
And it got dark. So they only had a little bit of oil. So they said, let's, light it now or never. So
Yeah.
they lit the oil for some heat and for light. And they only had enough for a day or two, and it lasted a week.
Oh, wow.
And that's where we get
Kind of like the bread and the fish.
That's where we get the 8 days, because
Yeah.
it wasn't supposed to stay lit for 8 days, and yet it did.
Okay.
Wow.
So
And that's why
that's
it's called the Festival of Light.
lights. Yes.
Mhm.
And I have my menorah over here. I brought it over. Now, my other one was very elegant. It was cut green glass, and it had photos
wow.
in it. It was, well, that was old, and it started to fall apart. So this time I went fun instead of elegant. So this is, can you see that?
Aw.
Can you see that?
That's
I
so
saw that and I
cool.
fell in love with it. I had to get it.
That is really cool.
Oh, wow.
It's
Well, my little
Amazon
one's
dangerous.
Mhm.
So what you do is the shamash, which would be the candle that goes up here.
caught like a helper. Like a helper.
It's the one that lights the others.
Yeah.
So you light this first,
Yeah.
and you pick it up. You say the prayers. On the first night, there are 3 prayers, and then there's one on every other night. All the other nights, you just say the first one, and you
Mhm.
take that. Oh, I got some wax over here I didn't know about. And you take that and you light
Mhm.
the other candles, and it's right to left, not left to right. Just like
Oh, really?
in the
Oh.
Hebrew.
I read that you put the candles in right to left, but that you light them left to right. But I don't know. That's just what I read.
I always, I don't know. I always lit them like,
Mhm.
first, second, third from right to left.
Mhm. Hmm.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still doing it. So
I'm still
Yeah.
doing it.
So Ian Wallace says, harder one. The Jewish have a
Ah,
great
yeah.
tradition on deaths, candles, the grieving process. What's the actual rules on being cremated versus buried? And do you have a time frame it's meant to happen?
wow, that's a good question.
Cremation is not supposed to be done in the Jewish tradition. You're supposed to be buried in a shroud and just in a plain pine box. So there's no fancy caskets. Because you don't want to show any
Yeah, like pride, like
pride or greed or
Yeah.
anything.
Right.
And that way, the reason for burial over cremation is that when the Messiah comes, all the Jews will come back to life. We're not talking zombies here.
no.
Will live again, and
Mhm.
if you get cremated, you can't do that. So
Yeah.
Right.
So basically,
you're-
that's what we have too, as like Christians, like whenever the Messiah comes back. But so we believe that he's coming for the second time. Now, don't the Jewish believe that he's coming for the first time?
yes,
Is that correct? Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. And there is a time frame. So
Oh, yeah, for burial.
we bury our deceased immediately.
Mm-hmm.
There's not supposed to be any viewing. You don't go to the funeral home for a week or 3 days or whatever it is. It's immediate,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
you sit shiva
Yeah.
for about a week.
Now that's after the burial?
That's after the burial.
Oh, I always understood that actually took place with the body in the room. Somebody told me once that the body's in the room, and then there's like a
Well,
24-hour period.
in olden times, that may be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Modern
not-
times, modern
Not
times,
modern
you
Judaism. Okay.
you bury them right away.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, Julia said Alyssa's mom was buried in a pine box and had to be buried within 3 days. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. That's
That's
interesting.
cool. I mean,
And when you
yeah.
sit shiva, you have to. Well, traditionally, they would like rip part of their clothes, but modern times, you just take like a black ribbon and pin it to your clothing. You're not supposed to sit on anything comfortable. So, like, I remember the temple bringing over like these just wooden boxes.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad sitting on when my grandmother passed away.
Oh, okay.
So you're not, and you have to cover all the mirrors. So as
I was
not
gonna
to
say
show
them. I
humanity.
was gonna say the mirrors have to be covered. The drapes
Right.
all have to be closed.
So
So-
how long do you have to sit?
I believe
I
it
think
is a week.
Oh, it's a week. Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
24 hours. Oh, okay.
I can
Wow.
look that up.
See,
Whoops.
this is why I like having a Jewish friend.
I know. With a Jewish book.
I've been walking
Yes,
around.
right?
Because I've been walking around with all these misconceptions in my head for all these
I
years. and
know. I
yeah.
know.
I love conversations like this.
I do too.
Oh, come on now. I should look it up in the book. My texting sucks.
Mm.
You sit.
Well, when we talk about Catholicism, Susie, we'll have to have Encarnasoul on so he can bail me out on the
Absolutely.
hard ones.
Absolutely. I definitely do want to talk about Catholicism. I'm just absolutely
Yeah, 7 days.
fascinated with the different
It is a week?
different
Okay.
Yep. Excuse me.
No worries.
My dad, my biological dad, when he died, oh my goodness, he was Catholic, and we are Belgium, and down in San Antonio, there's a huge Belgium community.
Wow.
And so we, well, German, everybody thinks of Germans, but there's really more Belgians in that area than there are Germans. But anyway, his funeral, literally, I mean, I don't know. It was, I think altogether, like 6 days. Like we had to be at the funeral home for like the first 3 days, and then, I mean, and that was just so people could come and view. And let me tell you, it was one after the other. And then
Mhm.
the actual funeral and then the burial and all of that took another 3 days. I think it was 6 days total. And I think a lot of it was some of the Catholic stuff, but then a lot of it was the Belgium stuff too. So I'm always, that really started me being fascinated with how other cultures and religions and all that, how they deal with death and burial and
Mhm.
everything.
Well,
So,
yeah, even I was going to say, even from country to country, because
yeah.
Catholics especially, there are, of course, there are Roman Catholics, and then that's its whole thing and all the pomp and circumstance and traditions that go along with that. And then you have traditions in, like South American Catholics have different traditions than European
Yeah.
Catholics do. And yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah,
Mm.
I was absolutely like blown away. I mean, like whenever I went down there, I threw one dress in my suitcase when I flew down because I knew that he was passing.
Mhm.
But then I was like, I need to do what? I need, you know. So I was just like blown away. It was beautiful though.
Mhm.
The number of people that came in and everything, it was beautiful. So,
I'm not necessarily familiar with Belgian Catholics. I don't know what different traditions they have. I mean, I know a lot about German Catholicism, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Belgians have their own traditions
they
as well.
kind
So,
of, I don't know, they do a lot with like Italian stuff. They do a lot with French. They do a lot, with the Germans, and it kind of just depends on how they've married where, and they kind of combine,
yeah,
different. It's crazy. So,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
really
yeah.
interested in the Jewish stuff because it seems like that it's more set than
Mhm.
what some of the other religions are.
I always thought so too, but not so much. as
Yeah,
I found out growing up, every temple, every community kind of does their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I was brought up conservative. There are 3 different groups of Judaism classes, I guess you want to call
Yeah.
them: Reform, Conservative, and
Mhm.
Orthodox. And my father was brought up Orthodox. My mother was brought up Reform. So they just met in the middle and they raised us conservative. Now, in going to other conservative temples, they do things completely differently.
Yeah.
And we would think, certain things are frowned upon or like,
Mhm.
because my father was Orthodox, he's like would be uncomfortable with certain
I
things.
bet. Yeah.
It just depends on the
Yeah.
temple and the community too.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That
So
is
not
interesting.
even necessarily country to country, but just community to community.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Ben asked a good question. Is Orthodox the most strict?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Ian Wallace says, follow-up question. How easy is it to follow traditions in the U.S.? For example, it can take months to get a death certificate in the UK, and burials are very expensive here. So I think he's asking, like, as far as the timeline for
Mhm.
how quickly the body has to be buried and all that. Is it easy to follow those
Well, if the
traditions?
person's being buried in a Jewish cemetery,
Yeah.
then it's very easy because obviously they know and will follow all the strictest rules.
Mm-hmm.
So you just call them up and you know, wherever you have the burial plot purchased, and tell them what happened, and they walk you through and they help you with all that.
Oh,
That
okay.
makes me wonder too, because so they're supposed to be buried within 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So what about like if for some reason there has to be an autopsy or something legally, like if there's a reason legally that there has to be an autopsy?
I don't know, because an autopsy again is against Jewish religion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
not supposed
wonder,
to
I mean, would that be followed or I wonder like what the law that's
Well, it
something like-
depends. I would imagine it would depend on the cause of death. So
Yeah.
if there was a reason to suspect that there was foul play involved,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the law
just-
would trump whatever Jewish tradition.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. I'm sure they could probably make some kind of accommodation, but yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Maybe
That
they would
might-
just but if it's against the
I guess
might
it
be a
maybe also depends if the person's Orthodox or not.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
that's true.
Um,
Yeah. So
Okay, wait. I have the books.
you have the book.
Mom's
Okay.
books.
Judaism for dummies.
There we go.
I need to look that up. I need
I
to
think
look
we
that up.
all need one of those.
Right?
And then I need
My
the
father was
Catholicism.
always our
Catholicism.
go-to when we
I need
didn't
to,
understand something, but now we have
Methodist
the books.
dummies. I don't know.
Yeah.
It said Jewish law forbids mutilating the body, hence autopsies may be performed only when absolutely essential. In cases where death is the result of a homicide or where there is suspicion of homicide, most religious authorities allow an autopsy to be performed.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, I wonder
I
if,
didn't know that.
if there would have to be like a rabbi present or something. I know that, you know, in some religions there has to be like a a religious leader present.
Present,
you know.
yeah, like a priest or a rabbi. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
So
Like
okay, so back to the whole Hanukkah thing. So kind of walk us through it. Like it's the first, pretend like it's the first night of Hanukkah.
Right.
So this is actually the third.
Third. It's the third night.
It's the
Third
third
night,
night. So
yep.
what happens? Just kind of talk us through each night. Like what do people do? You know, everything. Like I know they light the candles. I know they say the prayers. Are there certain foods that they eat? What about the gifts? Are there like little who gets gifts? What kind of gifts are they? You know, I'm nosy.
As
I
far
know.
as
I know it
I
all.
know, it's the same as any religion. You know, you buy something that they would like or that they would, you know, have fun or
Yeah.
they would use.
So does everybody get gifts, or does it? You know.
Yeah. Especially on the first night.
Oh, okay.
Usually children will get gifts each of the 8 nights.
Uh-huh.
Adults usually just on the first night.
Yeah.
At least that's how it was in my house.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just so impossible to
Oh, yeah.
purchase for your parents, buy presents for your parents. Oh my gosh, children are so much easier.
Yeah. And that
Right.
many.
Right.
Oh,
As far as foods go, the potato latkes.
I love those.
Wow,
Yeah,
Oh,
gotta have the potato
everybody
latkes.
loves latkes.
absolutely.
Oh yeah. Now it's funny.
Um,
In Israel, they don't have the latkes; they have donuts.
Really?
Latkes is an American,
Oh.
Jewish American thing.
Oh,
Yes, they have.
Somebody, Marilee said, "Hi, Mark. You
latkes.
must see your butt back up."
I love latkes. I love a good
He's
Oh,
trying to get the
babka.
dog removed so we can get past it.
what do you put on them, Mark?
Oh, honey. Oh,
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
John, what do you
So
put
what
on them?
else? So what else? What else do you eat? Is that the
Um,
only? Is that just the only thing that you eat on the first night, or do you? You
well,
know?
my mom made her pot roast, which
Ooh,
that was
Mm.
just in our house. That
yeah,
was the tradition, and we
Mhm.
love mom's pot roast.
yeah.
Even my sister-in-law, who ate like a
Oh,
bird, would
I
just come
love
over and
pot
pick out.
roast. Yeah, a good. You can't beat a good pot roast. You
No,
really
and
can't.
that with the latkes. Oh,
Oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
oh yeah. John, what do you put on them when you have them?
What do I put like in it? You mean?
No, on the latkes.
On the
Oh,
latkes.
honestly, nothing. I've done it
Anything with
like
them? My
yeah,
dad would do
just
that.
plain. I just like them plain.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, my dad would do that.
So what do you put?
Applesauce. And it sounds really weird, and it sounds to some people really gross. And you
Yeah.
wouldn't think those two things would go together, but they do, and it's so good.
Huh.
Yeah.
So good.
Interesting.
No, I'm just like plain. I haven't had them a lot, but I do like them. And
Mhm.
I'm just plain.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Julia says pot roast sounds wonderful to me. Oh,
Mm,
Mhm. You can't go wrong with a good pot roast.
I know it. I
mm-mm.
know it. So then, what about the nights after that? Is it just more of the same, or
Mhm.
are there certain?
Yeah,
So
just
does all the
okay,
family come
kids would get the
together
gifts.
for those?
I'm sorry?
Does the family all come together to eat that, like the immediate family or the
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's
And
almost
and
like a mini Christmas dinner, but
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. If you have relatives that live close to you, somebody will
Mhm.
host
Oh
the
yeah,
first
so
night of
like somebody
Hanukkah.
could host another night or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And there's games with the dreidel that
Mhm.
you would play. I know that each letter on the sides of the dreidel means something. Don't ask me. I'd have to look it up. I don't remember.
Darn, that was one of my questions too. I always wanted to
I
know.
can look that up for
Yeah,
you.
look it up.
And the money, more traditionally, the adults I think would hide money around the house, and the kids would have to go find it, like almost like an
Oh
Easter
yeah.
egg hunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The
That's
money has
cool.
become chocolate. If you look in the stores around Hanukkah time, you'll see something called Hanukkah gelt.
Yeah.
They're pieces of chocolate wrapped in foil to look like
Like
coins.
coins, yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Mary Lee says
And
I'm
that's
telling you, Marilee knows a little bit about everything.
she really does.
She is amazing. Like, she is totally amazing. I want to have her on sometime and just pick her brain about everything, but she's always like, my internet's bad. I'm like, hey, it might be worth it to like, just let her pop back in and out
What are we
constantly.
gonna do with this man? He said, "Oh, we kind of
Hey,
had
don't
that, but we had to look for grandma's dentures."
Hey, don't laugh. One time my father lost his. We had to go looking for him.
One time
Oh
my
God.
great actually, yeah, it'd be my great uncle. His wife was my dad's sister, so they were quite older than us. They were more like grandparents because our grandparents didn't live close to us for a lot of the time when we were growing up. But so anyway, my brother, who I love him to death, but I felt bad for him then, but now I'm like, you deserved it. But anyway, my great uncle said, I've got a loose tooth. Can you help me with this loose tooth? Well, Brian, he goes over there and he's shaking that tooth, and my uncle pushed those dentures out, and my brother's like 4 and has a full top set of dentures in his hand. My brother turned every shade of green, threw up. It was the funniest thing. We never lost them,
Oh
technically.
my God.
Oh, that's funny.
Lost them out of his mouth, with this.
Oh,
My brother, he to this day, he's I think 5, and he to this day has got the weakest stomach of anybody I know. Like, he just
No roller coasters for him.
So Richard wants to know if it's now a tradition to play Adam Sandler. Well, Richard, you don't know this, but Jan's been waiting for me to sing her the Hanukkah song for a while now, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing it tonight, but at some point I have.
Oh,
to.
I was getting all excited. I thought, yay!
I know, right? I thought he was looking over at his notes. He was gonna.
I did too.
Well,
I
you know.
something.
Well, you know, I think Ben's been Ben is supposed to be singing backup with me, so whenever he's ready, I'll be ready.
Mhm.
Good problem there.
Oh gosh, Julia
I
says
love
my.
those Hanukkah songs. I think they're hysterical.
Oh, I know. I do too.
My stepmom's mom took her dentures out on the table at Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is something. Now
Legend.
was Carl or Carl? His name just went out. Rob. Huh?
Rob
Reiner.
Reiner.
Was he Jewish?
I
Yeah.
think he was. Too.
Yes, I believe he was.
Yeah. I know that wasn't part of why he and his wife were killed, but it's just so sad that it did happen. Will happen anytime, but even more so right now, during this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway.
It says, yes, Rob Reiner was born into a Jewish family and identified as Jewish by heritage, though he was not religiously observant in his adulthood and described himself as an atheist.
Oh,
Wow.
that's news. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know their house, they said, was all decked out, all the lights and everything outside for
Mhm.
Christmas. But
Maybe his wife's
Yeah.
not Jewish. Wasn't.
Well, it says he grew up in a secular household in the Bronx and New Rochelle, but had a bar mitzvah and
Bar
received
mitzvah.
some. I'm sorry?
Bar mitzvah.
Isn't that what I said?
I thought you said bot.
Oh, no. Bat is for girls.
Yes.
Ah,
You knew that.
bar. I knew that.
I knew that.
Bar mitzvah for boys, bat mitzvah for girls. Yep. And
Mhm.
received some instruction in Yiddish and Jewish history as a child. So it sounds like he was brought up Jewish, but he changed his views as he got older.
Yep.
So there you go.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. Yeah, he
Well-
was. He was a great director. He really was.
He really was. Yeah.
Just sad. It's so weird to me that, Meathead is turned out to be this guy that was just like so revered and,
Mm-hmm.
everything. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just let's see here. Thank you guys. Love learning more about Judaism. Shaped a lot of our culture today, like the 10 Commandments. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of laws, etc.
Laws,
Really did.
et cetera.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, people. Anybody else have any questions that I can't
Yeah.
answer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Ben.
I'm tired of putting Ben's comments up there. He's getting more and more off the wall. Rosh Hashanah.
Be nice to me. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, we can tell, Ben. You're running out of lines here. Oh my goodness.
Really?
Our granddaughter
Hot
has
mitzvah,
been to
but
a
no
bat
other
mitzvah,
church type
no
of
other
event.
church type of event.
That's
Okay.
interesting. That is very interesting.
Now, I don't know if Susie, if you know, but in Tulsa there is a large population of Orthodox
Yeah.
Jews.
Hmm.
There's a lot of Jews in general.
I
Our
think you
oldest
find them in
daughter-
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark said half his high school was Jewish.
Really?
Wow.
High school. in
Wow.
Tulsa.
'Cause my dad has a cousin and his family live in Tulsa.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah, you said something about that before.
Yep. And they're Orthodox.
I
Very
have to tell a
interesting.
story about our oldest daughter, Megan. Bless her heart. She's Veda's mom. And so she was in college and she was going to school in Tulsa. And she would come out and she would be like, I met this guy. He's so cute. And she'd say, his his dad's a lawyer and his mom's a doctor. And I'd be like, is he Jewish? And she'd be like, I don't think so. And I'd be like, I bet he is. And I said, what's his name? And she'd tell us his name. And me and Mark would look at each other and go, Jewish.
Oh,
We
the
always- I mean,
stereotyping.
this didn't happen
Yeah.
once. This happened like 4 times.
Oh,
The
wow.
girl is very attracted to Jewish men, apparently. And so I really kind of thought, I really did. I really, like, that's when I started really trying to pay attention, because I thought I'm gonna have some at least half Jewish grandkids if she keeps picking them, you know. But
Yeah.
it's so funny. We kept telling her, well, she said she went over to, she kind of really liked this one, and he took her home to Mama.
Uh-oh.
Mama was not impressed. I mean, and Megan is beautiful and smart and just this lovely girl, but she was not Jewish.
Jewish. I was just the only thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And
That's
so
crazy.
that was like the end of
That's
that
off. That's
relationship.
often a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yep.
and Megan was like, I don't know why she didn't like me. And I go, because you're not Jewish. Like, have you not
That's
watched any of these movies?
No
Yeah.
other reason than
That's
that.
the whole bit. Now,
Yeah.
my cousins in Tulsa, and I will refrain from adding my personal opinion to this, but because it's not good. But they have a son and 2 daughters, and when they sent their son off to college, they sent. I don't think he liked living in the dorm at first, or they just set him up in an apartment. I don't remember what happened
Yeah.
there, but he went with the 2 sets of the cookware and the silverware and the dishes and the whole bit. But when he met somebody, he would ask his mother if he could date her.
Oh
Okay.
my.
Yeah.
She'd say, is she Jewish?
That's the first thing.
First
he would say
question
no?
every time.
Yeah. If the answer was no, then it's like, that's a stupid question. Don't even ask me.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Megan said that at one point, she said that she was going to start, like, if they asked her if she was Jewish, she was going to be like, not yet. Not yet.
You can convert.
Mhm.
This is
I
so-
have several
Absolutely.
relatives that did that.
you know,
Mhm.
after the one that she really liked, you know, I mean, and the mama said no. I mean, they were nice. They were very polite to her, but
Mhm.
clearly the mama said no. The mom
Right.
was not as polite as the rest of the family was. But I mean, it
Yeah.
didn't
That
make her
sounds about right.
uncomfortable. She wasn't uncomfortable, but she just knew that it cooled. The
Mhm.
Yeah,
room
that
got a
sounds
little
about right.
cold.
Yeah.
So, but you would have thought he would have known. You know, you would have thought that he would have known that that was going to happen and not taken her.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this kind of leads into something that I was wanting to do. Freebird67 says, "G'day, Susie from Down Under. Was just thinking that you would be affected by the events at Bondi. As a Bondi Lifesavers fan, they rescued many.
I know.
And yes, Freebird, we here have been deeply affected by the events in Australia, and our hearts go out to all the victims and their families. And kind of as a small gesture that we could make on our part, I was studying a little bit earlier today about the Jewish faith, and I ran across something called the Mourner's Kaddish. And it's basically a prayer that's traditionally recited in memory of the dead. And it's something that I feel very strongly that I would like to read for you guys. My Hebrew is not great, so I am not going to read it in its original Aramaic or in Hebrew. I'm going to read the English translation. And it's very short, and if you'll just bear with me, I will try to get through it without crying. So it goes like this. Glorified and sanctified be God's great name throughout the world, which he has created according to his will. May he establish his kingdom in your lifetime and during your days, and within the life of the entire house of Israel, speedily and soon, and say, Amen. May his great name be blessed forever and to all eternity. Blessed and praised, glorified and exalted, extolled and honored, adored and lauded be the name of the Holy One. Blessed be he beyond all the blessings and hymns, praises and consolations that are ever spoken in the world, and say, Amen. May there be abundant peace from heaven and life for us and for all Israel, and say, Amen. He who creates peace in his celestial heights, may he create peace for us and for all Israel, and say, Amen. Our hearts go out.
Wow. Will you send that to me, actually?
Yes,
Thank
sure.
That's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
I still have the picture in my head. I saw, I guess somebody was just in the right spot and recorded it on their phones. The one guy who tackled one of the gunmen,
Yes,
took the rifle away from him.
I
I've
saw
still got
that.
that picture in my head.
Yeah,
That was incredible.
yeah.
Yes.
And he was shot twice. And I think he's still in the hospital recovering from his injuries. But wow, what a hero.
He was shot?
Yeah, he was shot twice.
I didn't know that. I didn't see the gun go off.
Yeah, his I think the other shooter shot him.
Oh,
Yeah. So they showed him in the hospital. His arm is bandaged from his wrist all the way up to his shoulder, and I'm not sure where else he was shot, but it's important to note that heroism has no limits. It doesn't know politics or religion,
Absolutely.
because the man who tackled that man to the ground was Arabic. So, to all who say that, politics and religion can't coexist in a free society, I say, there's your example right there
Absolutely.
to prove that wrong.
yeah. There's, that sign. I guess I've seen it as a bumper sticker, but I've seen it on people's, like in the windows. I've seen it everywhere. Where it says
Coexist.
coexist,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
got all
different
the signs.
symbols of different religions.
I've got one of
Yep.
those.
I love that.
Yeah,
I do too. I do too. I think that it's amazing. Something
Well-
so simple. I don't understand it. There was something that I was watching today that I'm going to actually do a live on in January. I'm not going to go into it now because I don't want to get anything wrong, But it had to do with how these people in the Appalachians, and they weren't white and they weren't black and they weren't Indian and all this, and nobody could really figure out what they were. And so they just, this is back, long, long ago. So they just like lumped them as like tri-raced, and basically that they weren't viable humans.
Oh my God.
And they still exist to this day. And I mean, they're gorgeous for one thing. I mean, not that that matters, but I mean, I'm just like thinking, how could, I mean, first of all, what kind of BS is it that any combination of any kind of races are not viable? I mean,
That's
humans
disgusting.
are viable. Yes,
Yeah.
it just made me so angry. But I want to do a live on it because I had
Mhm.
never heard about it before, and I just stumbled onto it, and it has stuck with me all day, and I'm just like, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do a live, but it'll be in January. But
Yeah.
these people, they had copper skin. Their skin
Wow.
was copper colored,
Wow.
or
Wow.
still are. I mean, I shouldn't say were. They still are. Not to the extent because they have, married different races and stuff now. I mean, but when it
Mhm.
said that they were unviable, I was just like,
By whose measurement? That's what I want
Yeah.
to know.
yeah, I was just like, but they said that the whites didn't want them, the blacks didn't want them, the Indians didn't want. So it wasn't only, because so many times, as much as I hate it, it's the whites that, the white people that are so racist about stuff. But this was everybody, this way back, the white people didn't want them, the blacks didn't want them, and the Indians didn't want them. And I mean, it's insane. It's
It
really
is
insane. But I think you'll be
Disgusting
really
on all
interested.
parts.
It is.
Yeah.
It is disgusting. And these people, they were just so like simple, and they took care of themselves, and everything was just great. And I mean it. They were absolutely beautiful people. The pictures that
Mhm.
I saw, they were just, I don't know. I don't know what race they were. I don't care, but they had, I mean, like the best features of, all their features were like they got the best of, it was
Yeah.
like people was just jealous. That was what it was.
It's crazy.
But it's sick. It's really sick. So
It is. And
I
I
don't even
just
know what
think
made me think of that, but
we're talking about, all the division in the world and
yeah, yeah,
and
true.
if you think people, honestly, and I don't mean to get up on my soapbox, but honestly, if you doubt that we can coexist and that we can still love and be friends and whatever, you are right now watching a Baptist, a Catholic, and a Jew. And I love you two to
I
death.
love you too, also.
Same here.
So,
Absolutely.
I am
Yeah,
honored
Mark
to
said
call
that
both
sounded
of you
like
my
a joke.
friends.
A Baptist.
Yeah, I was thinking that a Baptist, a
Bar.
Catholic, and a Jew walk into a bar.
But is alcohol kosher?
Some of it is, yes.
Okay. Jan can go.
Mogan David wine.
I call
Wow.
grape juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Well, I'm very glad that we did this, ladies. I really am. I learned a lot, and
I am too.
I hope this is one of just several conversations that we can have about this and just break this stigma and the separation between politics and religion and just prove to people that we can coexist and we can
Absolutely.
love each
See?
other.
Julia is Episcopalian, and here's another one. We have in our mod
With
group,
at
we
least
have
one
at least
atheist
one
now.
atheist. We have a little bit of everything.
We got a
And
little bit of everything.
I'm telling you, that mod group is the most loving group of people. We
We really are.
it is. We have, and nobody seems to like. I don't know. We don't really talk about religion, but we don't avoid it.
No.
We just talk. We just talk about whatever. So same with
Yeah.
politics. We just talk.
Well, and as friends, we made that promise to each other a long
Mhm.
time ago that we would talk about
Yeah.
anything, even hard
Yeah.
things. And we talk in that mod chat, we talk about some pretty deep topics sometimes.
Absolutely.
And we don't always agree. Of course
No.
we don't.
And
But
it's fine.
the point is, and especially in this YouTube space, and especially in the times that we live in now, you can disagree with someone and still love them and still be friends with them.
Mhm.
It's not you're either with us or against us mentality. It's really not. Those are the
Not
type
at
of
all.
people I surround myself with. And I am honored to call you my friends. I really am.
Well,
So
it is
thank you for
mutual.
doing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, guys, I guess that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you so much, Jan. And I'm probably going to think of 500
Yeah.
more questions. I'll be rapid firing them off to
Oh
you.
yeah, there'll be a follow up.
We'll do a follow up. We'll be like, okay, I have questions this time.
Okay,
And
give
to-
me a
and-
heads up so I can look up the answers.
Yeah,
I'll
And
write
to-
them down and send them to you.
There you go.
and to
Covered a
all
lot
of you,
tonight. We did
and to
cover-
all of you in the chat, if you guys think of any other questions that you want to ask
Absolutely.
Jan or Susie or me, put them in the comment section below after this video is over. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and
Yeah.
we hope you all have a great night.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Julia said this one too. It really hurts my soul because my great grandfather created the Blue Ridge School for all the mountain people.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing. That is amazing. We're gonna have to talk to her about that too. I could do unimaginable amounts of lives just based on my mods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm constantly like finding out a little piece of somebody's story that I didn't know, and I'm like, well, that would make a good life.
Yeah.
So, because I always just kind of figure that if I wonder about stuff or I'm interested in stuff or I like things, that there's got to be somebody else out there that is too.
hmm
So,
Well, and you know what, Susie? I think you and I have talked about this before off camera, and I believe that some of the most interesting shows that we've done are shows just like this, where we have someone on to talk about something that we know nothing about and
mhm,
just learn from that person. And you don't necessarily need to have a script. It's
mhm.
just
Oh
off the
yeah,
cuff. It's just a conversation between friends, like you would have in any coffee shop in America or
yeah,
Canada or
yeah,
anywhere else in the world for that matter.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Pizza ought to like this one because he is always saying that we need more of these, and so does Lord Kiss Freak. Those
Yep.
two are always saying
Yeah.
more
More
interviews,
interviews, more
more
interviews. So,
interviews.
but I don't really look at this as an interview per
No,
se
no,
because
no.
we
But I think
know,
that that's just a word they use.
yeah, but I mean, we know Jan on a personal level. We talk to her every single day. So,
Mhm.
I mean, this is just a casual conversation
I
between
love it.
friends. And I don't know how you all feel about it in the chat. Leave a message or leave a
Yeah,
comment down below.
yeah,
And, do you want to see more stuff like this? And because we
yeah.
would love it. We would love
Oh
it.
yeah,
And I know Susie would love to
here.
not have to write scripts all the time.
Yeah. I'm getting to where I really don't. I do have a lot of I'll have like key points that I want to hit,
Yeah.
but I've noticed that since I'm not doing as many Scientology things, I don't have to like memorize so much. You know what I mean? Because there's just
hmm
so much with the Scientology stuff, and I still
Yeah.
want to do Scientology stuff, of course. But yeah, man, and you don't want to get anything wrong. I can just see David Miscavige trying to sue me for something. I'll be like, yeah, sure, whatever, bring it.
Well, thank you, Ian.
Yeah.
Yes.
And thank you for all the great questions, Ian.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah,
was
those were
thrilled.
great.
He did have great questions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you think of any more, put them down below.
Yeah, put it
And
in
then
the comments.
in
and
the
we will
meantime, I
ask.
will buy my Catholicism for Idiots book, and
We'll do a Catholic one coming up.
we'll do
There
a
you
Catholic
go.
one too.
Absolutely. And Jan, me and you can rapid
Pepper
fire
him with
questions.
questions.
Pepper the altar boy, we'll call it.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
I'm gonna go. I love you
All
guys.
right.
Thank you both for being here.
Yeah, it was a
Absolutely.
Thank you for
pleasure.
having us.
Fun.
Yeah,
I will see you guys
absolute pleasure.
tomorrow.
Have a great night, everybody. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed the show, so glad you were here. We meet here most days, we're but first coffee and you're welcome here. We talk about hard subjects, but we also laugh a lot. If you have a loss or win, we will cheer for you. We're but first coffee, and you are safe here. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set to all. You don't want to miss a show, because this is your home to y'all. So hit those like and subscribe buttons, notifications set to all. You don't want to miss a show, because this is your home to y'all. So hit